This week on the Hudson Valley Disc Golf Podcast, Kevin Kroenke joins Alex, Corey, Randy, and Jason as we recap the Cedar Beach Classic,
my hometown,
the Circuit Challenge at Crandall Park.
So I was in last place after round one.
And the 2024 Apple Harvest at Meadowbrook.
Not that I was trying to eat shit, but whatever. Maybe I was just really hungry.
We also go over SkipAce.
Oh, god damn it. I thought I did good.
It's ugly.
And talk more fantasy football.
Randy, has all this excitement about fantasy football got you to sign up for it or no?
Nope.
Then we make picks for the Stonykill Scramble.
2 picks in and fucking Alex has already turned into that guy.
And we finish it off with a round of disc or no disc. If you haven't already, get registered for Artemis Unchained IV, the Stonewall Classic, and the Ace Race at Colonial Acres.
Welcome to the Hudson Valley Disc Golf Podcast. This week we got Alex, Randy, and Corey. Because we don't have Jamin or Jason, Kevin Kroenke's with us this week. Thanks for coming on, Kevin.
Thanks for having me, Pat. 2 J's for 2 K's.
Is it true that if you were to combine Jason and Jamin's age, they'd be Kevin's age?
Probably shy a few years.
Jason's 40.
Yeah.
39, technically.
Okay. But Jamin's got to be over 28.
Yeah, I think we're the same
does.
age. I think we're 33-ish.
They got me beat.
Oh, a
Barely
few
know,
months?
Nope.
You're a MA60 guy. Okay, yeah.
That's
math,
right. Until October.
An MA60 boomer, as we've done previously.
Because then I think I can get to take advantage of the same rule that Jason's taking advantage of.
And play MA70 by yourself.
MA70, baby.
Any other 70-year-old players in the area?
Kurtz.
Yeah, true. Kurt isn't that old, right?
Striker.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
The OGs.
Since Kevin is our guest, I got 9 holes here. What hole would you like to begin with?
6, Pat. You always got to go with the shortstop.
All right. I have a fantasy football couple questions for Corey. I just want people to know we won't be talking about fantasy football every week, but we'll probably check in with Corey and Alex a couple times throughout the season. Just to clarify for myself, you can have a first round pick and a 0-round pick, right?
Yes.
Okay. Can you explain a little more the difference between those two?
Maybe it's easier to explain if you talk about say it's the first year of the league, your first and second round pick. So year 2 of the league, if you're to keep both those players, they would still be a first and second round pick. The following year, so the third year, that first round pick would be like a 0 round because it rounds down. And the second round pick, well, actually, if you do the math, see, now I'm confusing myself now that you put me on the spot. Basically, what it works out to be is when you do the math, if you have 2 players that after doing the math to figure out what round the keeper is, if they both equate to a 0, you have to drop one of them.
Okay.
So I used to think that it was every year the keeper value got cut in half. So it'd be like, so if you had a 10th rounder, the next year it'd be a 10th rounder, and then the following year would be a 5th rounder, and then the year after that would be 2.5, which turns into a 2, and then so on and so forth.
It rounds down to a 2? A 2.5?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
2.5 turns into a 2.
I was thinking the wrong way, but actually that makes sense because 2 is worth more than a 3. So you are in fact rounding up to the 2. So never mind.
Yeah. But it's actually, I guess, the round you kept them in divided by the years you kept them. So a 10th rounder, the first time you kept them would be a 10th rounder. And then the next year you divide by 2, so it'd be a 5th rounder. And then the following year you divide by 3, 10 divided by 3, which would make it a 3rd rounder if you round down or up.
You have to keep track of when you initially drafted them. It doesn't change. So next year it's not 5 divided by 3. He's still a 10 originally.
I believe so, yeah. Yep.
That makes sense. Okay. So I guess where I was confused is you don't really have any control over whether they're a 1 or a 0. It's the math.
It's the math, right.
If I drafted Patrick Mahomes in his rookie year, by a few years in, he's going to be a 0. And I could always keep him as a 0, but if anybody else becomes a 0, I got to get rid of him.
You got to pick one of them. Yep, exactly.
Okay. I thought that maybe you can keep one of them as a 1. So, but once they're a 0, they're a 0. They can't go back to a 1.
Mm-hmm. And if you have a 0 and a 1, technically you're giving up a first and second round pick because there is no 0 round picks.
Oh, I thought maybe you guys had like a 0 round where it's like everybody who has somebody that they keep, they just keep. And you don't do the round kind of thing. So they actually count as a 1, and your 1 would be a 2?
Yeah, I don't know what scenario would come in, but say you had 4 players that somehow the math worked out to where they're all first rounders. The keeper value in the spreadsheet would be first rounder, but the actual picks, they would just go sequentially. So your first 4 picks, round 1, 2, 3, and 4 would be for those 4.
And then the next year, you're going to have to get rid of 3, potentially 4 of them.
Yeah, I don't even know if that scenario actually could work out like that. You could have 4 first round picks.
But if it could, if that were the case. All right.
Luckily for me, my teams always suck, so I don't usually ever have to run into the issue of having to give up a player involuntarily.
All right. Was there anything else on the fantasy? You basically cleared up the 2 questions I had.
Nope. I have one other league with some high school buddies. That's also a kind of a keeper league, but it works differently. I have that draft, I believe. Well, it would have been this past Tuesday by the time this list too, but
Tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow. So I'm sure I'll get my ass kicked in that too, and I'll be laughing stock in another league for another year.
All right. Well, since we're talking about fantasy, Alex, you sent the link to your team. I wasn't going to download the app, no offense. So who you got?
Well, I just want to quick yell at Sleeper. So the Sleeper is the format we use for this. I cannot make it show the entire draft. Like even clicking on the link takes me to a page that is half covered up by like their Sleeper banner, and I can't like scroll over or anything.
Are you only using it on the website?
I tried it on the website. I tried it on mobile. I tried it on everything. It's not working.
The other draft I was talking about, we use Sleeper for that, and I've over the years have already complained about it. I don't know if that's because I'm so used to using Yahoo Fantasy or ESPN back in the day, but I thought usually there's a whole board. I can see the board on my phone now, even though the draft hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, I can see the entire board except for the players who drafted in the 1 and 2 position.
It's a resolution problem, or it's cropped out.
Yeah, and I can't zoom out. I can't do anything else. So I just sent a thing that is my team that I feel pretty good about.
You got Hall, the Jets running back.
Yeah, Bryce Hall.
Is that Richardson, Indianapolis quarterback? Jared Goff. Oh, so you got 2 quarterbacks.
So this is I want to say half point per reception super flex league. So
do you start 2 QBs?
Probably playing 2 QBs.
Oh, okay.
Pretty much every week. So yeah, feeling pretty good about that. Bryce Hall, what's his name? Anthony Richardson?
I think so. Yeah, I didn't want to say it and be wrong, so
I don't know.
Richardson.
Drake London, Jared Goff. I'm not going to go through the whole list. But yeah, I feel pretty good about it. But I also have not played fantasy football in a long time. So we're going to see how this goes.
I'm looking at your team and just realizing every year I know less and less of these guys.
Yeah, I started looking through and I'm like, oh, I recognize that name. And they're like, maybe you pick them up in the 10th round or something like that. People who I used to be, superstar names are now way down the draft board.
I see McConkey, and I think Phil McConkey, and I don't think any of you, maybe Kevin knows who that is.
I'm sorry I picked 6. I am not a football person at all. I've just been on autopilot listening while you guys have been rambling.
Hopefully I do well in this one, but this is not a keeper league. Tomorrow I have another draft for a Dynasty League that is probably going to go worse than this one. But we'll see how it goes.
All right, and your team name is Captain Tall Guy.
For now, that's my username because I haven't figured out an actual team name yet.
What's your team name, Corey?
I also have not changed them for this year. Not saying that I'm going to, but I think in my league with Brian, I'm the Disc Golf Mullets. And in my league with my buddies from high school, my team is currently... Where do you even see your team name in freaking Sleep? Oh, Disc Golf Mullets. Is that what it's the first time too?
Yep.
I think I used to be Disc Golf Jesuses before I cut my hair, but...
I usually go with Uncle Rico or Polk Panthers for Al Bundy.
No football team, but when I did play fantasy baseball, it was Death by Sixes.
Oh, mine's... what is my team name? Chico's Bail Bonds.
Good one.
From Bad News Bears. That was their sponsor. Randy, has all this excitement about fantasy football got you to sign up for it or no?
Nope. My other favorite Patriot left the team, so I don't even know anyone on the team anymore. I'm just sad in general. Matthew Judon.
Never heard of him.
He was phenomenal at getting sacks.
Getting sacks or getting sacked?
Sacks.
Oh, so he was a defensive player. Oh.
Yeah. No, not a running back. Jeez, a
Linebacker.
linebacker. Thank you. Sorry. So yeah, no, the Pats have just gone downhill over time, and I have stopped paying much attention.
I understand they're basically rebuilding, but do you have hope for the future? Like in 2-3 years, maybe?
Yeah, maybe not this year, just because the Bills and the Dolphins are so good. It's kind of tough right now. So
thanks for not saying the Jets, because that's going to be.
I would never. No, I would never admit the Jets. But yeah, we'll see in a couple of years, I guess.
Yeah. All right. Well, Randy, why don't you pick our next hole? That was hole 6.
How about 5?
Okay, so initially I was going to ask Jamin about his trip, but he's not here, so I made an audible. We ran out of time this week to go over last week in disc golf, and as we approach Team Challenge season, that may become a theme. So in order to include it, and so I don't feel the need to rush through because the time I have with guests and co-hosts is limited, I recorded it separately. Let me know if it sucks. Last week in disc golf, August 19th to 25th, Monday, Gunk's Monday doubles had 17 players, had a tie for second between John Winston and Horkey. They tied with Steve Rush and Rob Palmatier at -6, but your winners at a -7, Max Horowitz and Evan Lovejoy. I didn't see any results for Colonial Acres dubs. Prospect Park doubles also at 17. They had a tie for third at -10 between Bryant Smith and Adam Nelson. They tied with Michael Eames and Nick Cunningham. In second place at -11, Kevin Wen and Evan Parsley. And your winners at -13, Kyle Moore and Peter Fitzgerald. Saratoga Spa random dubs had 14. Third place at -8, Jonathan Klingler and Tim DeFranco. Second place with a -10, Levi V and Chris Evans. And your winners at -11, Bobby Hallam and Mac Daddy J. Totino. Moving over to Tuesday, J-Dubs Points Championship Week 23. What do you got for that, Corey?
It was a gorgeous night for a round at J North with a moderate amount of bug age. Myself and Brendan Joseph were able to secure a narrow victory against Jason Gorsuch and Danny Partin, but no one was able to get the birdie bank yet again, which means we'll have a 2-week carryover. Matt Cully and Tim Goyette figured they'd rather split the second shot CTP as teammates on hole 29 since they were both exactly 45 feet from the basket. I've determined that the top 6 places will get paid out for season points, which means we have some battles for 4th and 6th place. So it'll be interesting to see how it plays out with 4 weeks to go and the top 20 weeks count. Reminder that October 1st will be the end of season party, which includes the famous Danny Partin skills competition, and I'll have pizza and beverages.
All right, sounds good. CTK Singles League. Don't have the handicap results, but in second place with a +6, we had Nicholas Bomer, and the best round for the week at a +4 was John Hotmer. Kisco Tuesday dubs had 15. Mitchell Pipes and Andrew Fishkin shot a -7 for third place. Kyle Lumsden and Cody Flynn came in second at -8. And your winners at -11, Baxter Prescott and Chris Schofield. Wilcox South Hatchet Tuesday dubs had 21 players. We have a Liam Doyle sighting. He came in third with John J.P. Hafner at -11. Scott Mosier and Max Horowitz came in second at -12. And Miles DiMartino and John Tamburino won it at -13. The Disc Cap Women's League was at SPW this week. There was a tie for second at +3 between Kayla Kuzmich and Julia May Marger. They tied with Kathleen Bemis and Melissa Calabria. Your winners shot a -1. That's Brandy Hudson and Jennifer Park. Skylands doubles had 20. There was a tie for second there at -9. Tibor Polenyi and Robert Valecki tied with Elijah Morgan and Avery Thurstans. And your winners shot -10, Ryan Wetstein and Michael Maskley. On Wednesday, Stonykill Random Dubs had 22. Third place at -10, we had Tyler Cockcroft and Joe Galinas. And there was a tie for first, Eric Fitz and Dan Burrick, tied with Samuel Richter and Andrew Durrell at -11. Shen Creek Dubs Week 21 had 27 players. Ryan Lawrence and Noah Fry came in third at -6. Matt Beaver and Todd Lawrence came in second at -7. But your winners shot -12, Ethan Haters and Cody Miller. Deadbeat Doubles had 15 players. Derek Yarrow and Dave Eter won and hit the birdie bank. John O'Brien hit the ace on 1, his first ever. Paint Bureau Pro League Back 9 Week 8. We have a tie for third at 56 between Josh Wynn and Tyler Gannon, the Cannon. Jason Lasasso came in second with a 55, and your winner, Jason's mechanic, Harrison Lehman, shot a 52. Looking at the overall points there, in fifth place with 164 points, you got Adam Nelson. Josh Wynn is in fourth with 187. Justin Muccelli is in third at 202.
Harry Lehman in second at 204, and your leader with 229 points with 1 week to go, Jason Lasasso. Thursday, Disc Beat Club Year 2 played SPW Whites. Greg Kurtz came in third, Mel Gallagher in second, and Dan Pupke is your winner. Overall, we got Mike Zanchelli, Mikey Botlez in fifth place with 32.5 points. Todd Everlith in fourth with 37 points. Mark Stryker in third with 38. Dan Perry in second with 40. And your leader with 47 points is Greg Kurtz. CPS Thursday Dubs had 23 players, a tie for third between Jay Gorsage and Joshua Lee at minus 11. They tied with Ryan Jeske and Ryan Yadow. There was also a tie at the top. They shot at minus 13. Jeremy Forehand, Florida Man Millian, and Danny White tied with Dennis Daly and Kathleen Bemis. Long Island Disc Golf Thursday Dubs. In third place, Derek Yarrow and Dan W. shot a minus 8. And there was a tie at first between Jack and Demling at minus 9. They tied with Nikos and Mike Grieve. Nikos won a throw-off versus Jack after dark. And congratulations, Nikos, for an amazing forehand spike ace that barely touched the chains. I don't know what hole that was, but nice shooting. Wilcox Solstice League, Zach McDonald was the winner in the AM1 division with a minus 4. And Kristen McDonald took the FA1 division with a plus 8. Friday, TGI FDR Dubs had 14 people. Craig Henniger and Michael Haig shot a minus 14 to win it. Skylands Friday Handicap League at Oasis had 12 players. A tie for third, Jason Murak and Tim Florence shot minus 3s. And tied for first at minus 9, Scott Spellman and Michael Baglioni. SPW Dubs League played Blues, had 22 players. Third place at minus 9, Matt Cully and Dave J. Deerbeck. In second place at minus 10, Dennis Daly and John Duda. And your winners at minus 12, Josh Weinstock and Adam Nelson. Cranmore Dubs League at Christ the King Center, they played Reds, had 20 players. Third place, Joseph Polsoni and Jay O'Leary, shot a minus 12. In second place, also at a minus 12, was Hans Hunsberger and Joseph Riley. And your winners at minus 14, Charles Carpenter Jr. III and Jirapat K, shot a minus 14. Cedar Beach Rolling Start Dubs. Third place at minus 6 had Frank and Chris Lawler. Second place at minus 7, Kevin Hutchins and Stan Doskwitz Jr. And your winner at minus 8 playing Cali was Kyle Ebinger. Moving over to Sunday, Long Island Sunday Dubs had 12 players. Third place at a minus 10, Jared Acevedo and Patrick Rowan. Second place at minus 12, Josh Winkler and Dominic Mignano. And your winners at a minus 13, Josh McDonnell and Nikos Hanley, who I assume is Nikos Hell Yeah. Port Jervis Disc Golf Club August Monthly Fall League Week 1 had 15 players. Three-way tie for third at minus 4, Brian Heller, Christopher Salvagan, and Rob Jarling. Second place at a minus 5, Ivan Marmota. And your winner at minus 10, Peter A. Mallon. New York City DGA Sunday League at Highland Park had 10 players. Women's division was won by Betty Keene at a minus 5. In the AM division, Brian S. shot a minus 11 for second place, and Milan Misko is your winner at minus 12. SPW Doubles League Sunday $5 Chuck Random Doubles was won by Jay Malloy and John Duda, who shot a minus 10. Discap Sunday Tags at Moreau were a warm-up for states. They had 18 players. Charles Gordon came in third place at a plus 2. Adam Nelson and Christopher Yeager tied for first at a minus 1. And your Hudson Valley Disc Golf Podcast Player of the Week, 4 players got 6 points. PJ Bergeron, Howard Van Salisbury, Nikos Hanley, who again I assume is Nikos Hell Yeah, and John Moss. They all got 6 points, but your winner had 7 points, tied for third at Prospect Park Doubles, won at SPW Dubs League, and tied for first at Discap Sunday Tags in Moreau. That is Adam Nelson. And that is your last week in disc golf. What do you got, Alex? 5 and 6 are out.
For going back to baseball, I'll go with number 3 because I played first base.
All right. You played first base.
Come on, Pat.
Did I miss something?
I did not play a lot of first base. I played first base back in, middle school, but
Why do you ask if you missed something?
Why'd you pick number 3 if you played first base?
If you're scoring a baseball,
Because that's the number.
yeah, pitcher's 1, catcher 2, first base 3, second base 4, third base 5, and then shortstop 6.
I won't forget that.
That's if you're scoring like 6-4-3. That's a double play from the shortstop to the second baseman to the first baseman.
Cool.
So what would you like to talk about, Alex?
Stonykill's getting some great work done. Gene has been out there tirelessly getting things ready, and I really appreciate that because the tournament is this weekend, Stonykill Scramble. A couple of spots still open in doubles. I think we're full on singles, but no wait list. So I wouldn't say you're definitely getting in, but there's a pretty good chance of getting in if you're still interested. That's the biggest thing. We're very close to having hole 1 back at Stonykill. Whether or not we'll have it for the tournament is probably 50-50 at this point. But yeah, getting a lot of work done, feeling really good, and thanks a lot to Gene and everybody who volunteers at Stonykill.
Absolutely. And I can almost guarantee you by the time you hear this, they'll know either way.
Yeah.
Alex, do you think we'll do a 19-hole layout if we get hole 1 back?
Probably not. We'll probably drop 14B.
Okay.
But that's basically a game time decision at this point.
Mm-hmm.
My thought is, like, even if we get hole 1 back, I want people to have time to practice it, you know? Because people haven't played it in ages, and some people probably haven't played it ever, just because they haven't played Stonykill ever. So
sounds like someone that lives near Heiser Creek.
Yeah, I don't want it to be like, oh, the first time you're playing this hole is in a rated round because you physically could not have practiced it at any other time.
So it sounds like unlikely.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards no at the moment, but I really want it to be back.
Mm-hmm. Well, I guess Dubs would be a really good benchmark. You know, if people get to play it at Dubs, a lot of people will have an opportunity if it's available at Dubs this week.
Right. I didn't really do a ton of other things, disc golf related or otherwise. Like we talked about fantasy football, we talked about disc golf stuff. So yeah, I think we covered my stuff.
All right, Corey, what would you like to talk
about? So I'm pretty sure I already talked. Whoa, the PDGA page is already updated to have Evelina and freaking Isaac on there. I just noticed.
Whoa. Spoiler. Again.
I went to go just pull up my PDJ page, and Isaac and Evelina are up there.
Yep.
Isaac's giving big, like, see you later energy with his 2.
Yeah, he's getting out of here.
Like, bye.
The other thing, too, during the Worlds coverage, when they would, like, I don't want to call it an ad break or whatever, but they would do, like, a Monday Night Football freaking thing of, like, Isaac, where he's, like, standing there and, like, doing, like, the come get me, like, finger hand folding thing. You know what I'm trying to say?
I think so.
But you actually would have had to watch the World's live coverage to see part of it, but it was just like, I don't know, it's kind of funny. But anyways, this past Saturday, finally got up to Moreau for the first time to check that course out and have a little practice round. After playing it, I like the golf. I'm looking forward to playing it for states.
Did you play it on Saturday for anything other than just for a casual round, or?
Just for that, yep. Okay. Went up there. It was kind of hot that day, which kind of stunk because I was hoping to play 2 rounds, but also didn't want to wear myself out.
Pretty sure you stunk too, I would imagine.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, no, it's fun. I was going to say track, and I kind of hate when people say like disc golf tracks, but it was a fun course to play. I'm looking forward to playing it for states. Sunday, a small group of us disc cappers went out to Meadowbrook Orchards to play in the 2024 Apple Harvest at Meadowbrook. Justin Muccelli went out there and played, and then myself, Kyle Hirsch, Kyle Demon, and Tucker Kozlowski carpooled out there. It was a pretty good day. Round 1, I was playing really well for most of it. I was bogey-free through like 15 of the holes, had gotten like 7 birdies or so by that point. That course is goes through changes every year where they kind of make certain holes harder or just sort of change some holes. And hole 1, if anyone listening has played it before and hasn't played it recently, they moved the basket back like 250 feet, it feels like, and it's still a par 4 with OB surrounding everywhere. And I think I started on hole 4 that round. So by the time I got through back to like by hole 1, they had the Disc Golf 978 trailer out there with all the screens and kind of hanging out for a quick minute. And I see that like I'm, I don't know, top 5 at that point in the round, like 3 back behind the leader. And as soon as that happened, I went double OB on hole 1 and taking a 7 triple bogey and basically threw most of my round away. But after round 1, I was in 8th. I was basically at the last cash line and on chase card. And then that round, it was Kyle Hirsch, Kyle Denman, myself, and a guy named Ruben Hagen, who was actually on Team Tank for the chase card. Round 2 didn't go nearly as well. I didn't get as many birdies and sank a couple more bogeys. Actually, also round 1, I played with a guy who was on MA2, and they were playing a slightly different layout where 17 holes, they played the same tee pad, same basket. But this hole 1 that I said that they changed, Pool B, or whatever you want to call it, was playing a shorter basket, which is interesting because I believe Justin Chu was also there playing. I'm sure people recognize his name. MP40 was also playing that layout. And I don't know if it was round 1 and round 2, but MP40 played a shorter hole 1, but their round for the same strokes was rated higher. So they played an easier layout, but the round was rated higher than the same person throwing the same score on the harder layout, which we thought was odd. I mean, it all depends on who played it and how they played it and stuff. But
I was going to say, so there could be a perfectly logical explanation, but it does seem curious.
Because Justin Chu, round 2, threw a 56, which was a 978 rated. Tucker Kozlowski threw a 56, and it was 977 rated.
Like you can manually petition them to like recalculate the ratings or something like that. Wasn't that something we discussed a while back?
Maybe, but I feel like it still comes down to like, it always comes down to who played it and how they played it as far as what the rating spits out. I just, we thought it was kind of interesting, something to laugh about.
So have you checked it recently?
Oh, Jason's
Holy
here.
crap.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Wait, you guys can come in?
I didn't want to interrupt you, but
I was just thinking it'd be cool if Jason or Jamin were here because they're the ratings guys.
Yeah, I was waiting for Jason to chime in.
so I'm looking at it now. It looks like the MP40 56 is 978 and MPO 977.
Yep. So they played an easier layout and it rated 1 point higher.
And the pars are the same?
The pars are the same. Yeah, hole 1 was the only difference, and they're both par 4s. Just the par 4 for pool B might only be 400 feet, where the par 4 for pool A was, I don't even know, 700 feet. Like, I literally could not reach it with 2 full power shots.
Sounds like a personal problem.
It 100% was. Yeah, no, it was rough. I'm like, damn. And it was surrounded by OB, so now I'm just trying to like take a 4 and just not go OB. Which round 2, I did shave 3 strokes off and take a par. A lot better than a 7. But yeah, other than that, Kyle Hirsch made cash. Tucker Kozlowski made cash. Muccelli made cash. They all tied for 7th. And Kyle Denman tied for 5th.
Now, you noticed in your round 1, and I don't know, you know better than I, yours shows for 56 and 978.
Yep. Yeah. So they rated pretty close. Like round 2, like the humidity started to set in, and it was kind of funny. It's not an apple orchard. I don't know like what other surrounding farms there are, but a few of the holes had a very pungent smell of cow manure, and I know for a fact it was getting into some people's heads, and I'm just like, it smells like home. So it actually, at the end of round 1, it was kind of making me hungry. Not that I was trying to eat shit, but whatever. Maybe I was just really hungry. It didn't really matter what it smelled like in the air, but I was trying to use that to my advantage.
Did you guys carpool?
Yeah, most of us.
And you were the only one that didn't cash in the carpool?
Well, yeah, apparently, yeah, sure was. After round 1, what was par? 61. Kyle Hirsch was 7 down. Kyle Denman was 6 down. I was 5 down after my triple bogey, and Tucker Kozlowski was 4 down. Justin Muccelli was 1 over, and then round 2 he popped off with a 1024 rated, tied for the hot round of the round to jump back up into the cash line. And actually, the 3 of them tying for 7th actually pushed the cash line down 1 place. I think only top 8 were supposed to get paid, but 3-way tie for 7th made a extra spot.
Yeah, but you did bring 66% of the Kyles and none of the winners.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Yeah, there's a lot of Kyles there. At one point, we were like warming up on hole 2 or 3, and Kyle Hirsch was there, Kyle Denman was there, and Kyle Moriarty was all there. So I think at one point someone said Kyle, and I was standing in the back, and I just saw 3 heads turn at the same time.
All right. So yeah, Kyle Moriarty won that. 1043 in round 1.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I think it was like 12 down, which is definitely doable at that course. That course is also a lot sketchier in the wind, just for how much OB there was, and there really wasn't much wind at all, which was fortunate, but also unfortunate because the air was kind of stagnant and the sun was hot, but it's a fun time.
Can you scroll down to FPO? What's up with Wendy Booten? What's in parentheses there?
Is it like the Jeep or something?
That's what I was thinking.
I'm not even on
like
the page.
Oh,
I've
that
just
is a
seen it
Jeep,
before.
yeah.
I think that's what it is, yeah.
Why would a Jeep be the thing?
It's a Jeep thing, Pat. You wouldn't get it.
Oh, fair enough.
I don't know. Ask them why they put ducks on random strangers' cars, too. I don't know. It's a Jeep thing. I wouldn't get it.
I've never seen that parentheses before. Has anybody else?
I don't think it's a parentheses. I think the parentheses are the fenders of the Jeep.
I get that. Okay. To each their own. That seemed
Curious.
They have to type that properly every time.
Every damn time.
Every
exactly.
time. Yeah. Or else it'll cause a conflict.
Like, I thought it'd be funny to make a really long podcast name, but now I got to type it every fucking week.
I don't know if it was for Worlds or the tournament before that, but somebody in FPO, I believe, had like their PGA name was something extra or weird. So like when they had it up on the screen or they mentioned her, it was a whole phrase. It wasn't just them saying their name.
All right. Randy, what would you like to talk about?
Well, so Koch can't play with me for Stonykill Scramble. And then all of the people I asked also couldn't. So I just started looking through Stonykill doubles to see who plays well and wasn't already registered. And it turns out Andrew Durrell, who has been crushing it all summer and is going to be joining the Stonykillers, is free. So I picked him up, and I'm excited to have a higher rated player as my partner. And I haven't played with him before, so it'll be a really good experience for us to hang out all weekend before the Stonykiller season starts. So I'm just pumped to play that tournament.
Have you changed your team name?
Okay, no. I had no inspiration. I asked him and I told him the reason why we chose the name, and he said he also used to play Ultimate. So I think that's justification enough to just leave the team name.
On a completely unrelated note, I am dropping from MPO to MA1.
That sounds related.
Bagger.
No, I'm also not actually doing that. But yeah, no, that's a really strong team.
Thank you.
Especially at Stonykill specifically. So yeah, that's going to be tough to beat.
So he's higher rated, you said, Randy?
Yeah. Yep.
960 something?
Yeah, I was looking at some of his rounds. He shot the hot round for J Park on J North for the Jammer. He finished in third behind, Corey and Tucker, but he's a solid player.
He's in the 960s. Where are you at?
940s now.
Okay.
I like to pretend I was in the 950s for a long time, but
have you been in the 950s?
Yeah, I was in the 950s for I want to say 2 years, and having a second kid kind of derails things.
Why did you birth it?
No.
I mean, Kat was playing rated rounds. I mean,
right?
It didn't slow down.
Yeah. She probably went up in rating.
Didn't she talk about that?
Yeah.
Are you telling us, Randy, that you took a sympathy ratings hit?
I let her play as much as she wants, and it has benefited her a lot. And I'm not complaining. It's just I don't really play casual rounds anymore. They just, for some reason, keep playing tournaments.
All right. Did you play anything this weekend, tournament-wise?
Yeah, I did the circuit challenge up at Crandall Park. We bought a giant wagon to drag the kids around in because it was a 2-round tournament, and the wagon was phenomenal. I recommend it to anyone who's thinking about dragging stuff around the course.
If it wasn't a Red Rider, I don't want to hear it. Wait,
no, dude, this thing had big 10-inch wheels. It went over everything. It was awesome.
So what is the classic red boomer wagon? Radio Flyer?
Yeah, I think that would suck. Those have 4-inch little wheels.
You got to get the sand tires for it.
When you say a circuit challenge, is this one of those 3-disc things?
Yeah, so this is MVP's version. Geez, I forget the third disc. So the putter was a Watt, which is a pretty neutral, pretty torque-resistant putter. You could throw it hard and it didn't really turn much. The Echo, which we did not figure out in trivia last week.
Right, Alex?
I knew it. I knew you guys killing me.
That was in the glow plastic. And they make really good glow plastic. So I'm happy to have that disc sitting on the shelf for when I want to play some glow rounds. And that was also a neutral mid, pretty usable. And then the driver was a disc.
I think it was a Trance.
Oh, no, I don't know.
Yeah, Trance.
It was a neg 2 for turn, and Crandall doesn't have any shots where you can really unload. So that was a weird one for that day. I didn't really use it much. I think I used it on 2 holes, which is why I can't remember the name of it.
Yeah. So it's a Trance. It's 8.5 -1, 1.5. But I wouldn't be surprised if it's more understable than that.
Oh, wow. Yeah, no, I threw it once in an open field and it did a big turn.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was pretty flippy.
So this was a PDGA rated round?
No, it was an XC tier, so they did use PDGA for scoring, which is really convenient.
Okay.
But no, not rated because of the 3-disc restriction. It was a 2-round tournament too, and in the morning they were like, if you're going to leave at lunch, just let us know. So it was a pretty casual vibe. I don't think a lot of people left, but a lot of these 3-disc tournaments are 1 round.
Yeah, I see one.
Yeah. No, it was a really great day out, and the course was playing really nice, so I wouldn't expect anybody to leave, except I thought about it. So I was in last place after round 1. It turns out when you put 2 kids in a wagon, they will just kick and hit each other a lot of the time, which is super distracting. And I think me and Kat figured out like this trifecta is something we won't do again because we don't play Crandall. This was my second time there ever, and I played there in 2021. So I didn't know the course. Kat had been there maybe like twice. So yeah, combination of both kids with us, 2 rounds, new discs, and didn't know the course. Not the best combo for a tournament, it turns out. So I think me and her both had kind of rough first rounds and then kind of figured the discs out. The putter I used like 90% of the time. I figured out if you just have to accent your angles a little bit more with it to get it to do what I wanted. So second round was a lot smoother. My only bogey was a 4-foot putt where I was dragging the wagon and thought I could just do like a drive-by like tap in, and I just like splashed it off the left side. So that was depressing. So I went from like 1 down in the first round, like struggling, to having fun and doing 1 goof in the second round, shooting 5 down, I think, in the second round. So moved myself from last place up to 4th, which was last, not cash, because the only prizes were discs, but I got a disc out of it. So feels like I won.
What disc?
Driver he can't remember the name of.
I know I don't throw a lot of MVP. I picked up some 11-speed driver that seemed nice.
Wave or a photon or something like that.
Oh, it was a max weight wave. I throw Cat's lightweight ones sometimes for fun and like them, so I grabbed one of those.
Nice.
So yeah.
Do you have any MVP in your bag typically?
Yeah, I have the uplink, which is like a flippy mid. And then from Axiom, I have an Envy, which I have 3 Envies in my bag. I've like fell in love with that disc, but that's it for overmolds. Originally, like I had a Photon and I didn't like the overmold feel like in my hand, but that was when they were kind of a newer company. I think they've totally corrected on like having smooth edges and stuff, but I still just don't bag any drivers right now from MVP or Axiom.
All right. Looks like Peter Hodge, -17, 45 and a 46 is your winner for that.
Yep, he crushed it.
Yeah. Only beat Logan Akins by 1 stroke, though, -16. So, yeah. They're probably MVP guys, no? Or you don't know?
I don't think Hodge is. I think he's just a crafty guy. Thanks to the Dunbars for running another great event.
Yeah, Jacob and Amanda Dunbar, tournament directors. Oh, that's cool. Kevin, what would you like to talk about?
Disc Beats is closing in towards the end of the summer school season. We will be wrapping up soon, unfortunately, probably the Thursday after Labor Day. So some of our teacher friends, Kat and Benji Farrell and some Dan Perry and some of the other educators will probably miss that last week, but it's been pretty good so far. I mean, it's getting tough. Finally figuring out how the handicap is really fully effectively working, with a few individuals now getting over that 16-week limit and closing in on 25 most recent round rule kicking in as well. But we've had some good turnouts. It's fun seeing a whole bunch of different people that you don't always get a chance to chat with and talk with in tournaments or whatever. In a leisurely, and if anybody's come and played Disc Beats, it's 18 holes from White's at Wallace, but it takes us like 2 hours to play because we're just kind of chilling out, and Kat and Jess bring the kids and we have fun with that. And we have boomers like myself and Kurtz and Stryker that, need young bucks like Corey or whoever to help us carry carts over the little bit of bridges we've got there. But
Aquan, you guys are still young. What do you mean?
You know what Satchel Paige once said, Corey, age is mind over matter. If you don't mind, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And my little saying is, getting older is better than the alternative.
Getting younger?
No, getting older.
I think Corey's trying to say that the alternative is getting younger, but he doesn't realize that
Corey,
it
the
doesn't work that
alternative
way.
is not getting younger. You're not turning back Father Time. My routine is usually Friday night dubs at Wallace, and then Sunday we just did. The course is 2 years old now, with everything, all the tee pads being in. So 3.5 years old overall, but we've got some tee pads that needed some shoring up and that have swayed or swelled or buckled. So we went out and redid 11 on Sunday, and then we did some casual dubs. There's only 6 of us that came out and played, but the usual suspects that Wallace. Had a good time. That's pretty much it. It's been kind of laid back. I had done a couple of tournaments in weeks in a row, so 68-year-old arm needs a little bit of rest.
What tournaments?
Well, I did the CTK, so I did Premier, and I think the weekend before that was Electric City, if I remember correctly.
What did you think of the red T-pads at CTK?
I love them. For whatever reason, I mean, I'm kind of like I subscribe to Alex's theory about, and mine's probably even harsher than Alex's. I don't really need to travel more than 5 minutes from my house because I got a disc golf course right there. But 45 minutes is usually my limit. But for whatever reason, I love CTK. And especially now that Jamin's got the red tees done, challenging, stretching my abilities and my knowledge, but there's something about that course that I just enjoy.
And how far is that for you?
It's an hour because the best way that I've seen to get there is basically just taking that second left off of 90 coming into Troy and then up
40.
County Road at 40.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, to me, that's just the easiest way for me to get there, straightest way to get there. You got to slow down for the little villages and towns that pop up and, and in a blink of an eye, they're gone again. But so about an hour. Looking forward to going out and helping Jamin with whatever he may need as far as volunteer-wise goes for states. Back to my roots. First thing I ever did in disc golf was coursework, so we've got a big thing like this coming up here in our area. I'm going back to coursework, volunteering.
That's at CTK in Moreau, right?
A pool is CTK in Moreau. B pool is Wild West in Moreau.
Yep.
How far are those two courses for you?
Probably about the same. I went to Wild West last year for that high energy tour. Philo, and I think it was Barsby and somebody else.
Sounds like Barsby's in town again.
Yeah, Barsby was down in Heckscher apparently recently.
I think this Wednesday. And then I think he's going to be up in your neck soon too. I heard he's doing the putting.
Yeah, that's the night before states or something like that, right?
And then he's on the wait list for states, I heard as well. So
yeah, I did see something about that in the interwebs.
Yeah, so if Corey and Alex drop out, then maybe he'll get in.
Not happening. I don't drop out.
Attaboy, Corey.
All right, Jason, what would you like to talk about? Don't you have a tournament coming up?
Oh, yeah, I do. Stonewall Classic at Greenville Disc Golf Course. Been doing a lot of work there. Actually did work there this past weekend. We cut in a few new holes, hole 14 and 15. And I brought a couple more baskets and moved some that were out there. So we have 9 temporary baskets and 9 Disc Catcher Pros. So there's currently 18 baskets for the full layout on the course, which I'm really excited about. Still got to clean up some greens and some tees, but more and more holes are playable. A few of them we got to wait for, like there's one of them still a cornfield, but by the time the event rolls around, everything will be cut, conditions will be perfect. So really looking forward to playing the full layout.
When's that tournament?
It is October 13th. So if you're not signed up for NIFA finals, the A tier in Connecticut, and you're looking for something local to play, this is going to be a pretty good event for all skill levels. We have short and long tees for the open field holes, and the ones in the woods are pretty manageable for all different skill levels. So I think this tournament will appeal to all different people.
Just signed up.
Awesome. And then, so Sunday, actually, I met with the president of the not-for-profit for the park, and he went to the local lumber store in Greenville with me, G&H, and ordered all the 4x4s for the 9 holes tees. So we have delivery tomorrow morning going to the park with a bunch of 4x4x12s to frame out all the tees. They're going to put the stone in. Going to work on getting pavers for the tee pads. I've got a lot of events coming up the next few weeks, so I'm trying to just do a good push right now to get some work done and then revisit it after work in October.
Nice.
I was on late tonight because I've got a pretty busy schedule for the next 2 weeks. So
well, you were driving back from Boston, right?
Yeah, almost. I was up in Moreau, which felt like Boston because it's pretty far for me. But yeah, I wanted to play that after listening to the podcast last week and hearing it described. I was like, I better go check this course out. I was going to play it blind, and now I'm glad I didn't because, yeah, it's a lot of technical golf, and yeah, you really want to know where you want to land on those holes.
Did you have an opinion?
I like the course. I think the back nine felt very new and definitely needs more like foot traffic to just kind of break it in. But it had a good shot variety. There's a bunch of holes where I was throwing forehands, which I hate doing. So that, doesn't mean it's all backhand friendly, but I used all different discs in my bag. It's mostly wooded. There's just a few field holes that I enjoyed. So I think it'll complement CTK just being so much more wooded. But if I'm being honest, I'm definitely looking forward to CTK way more at First States. I mean, that course is like amazing. And not because I shot 50 down the last tournament. But yeah, I'm excited for States. I'm playing a disc golf Masters thing in Maine, New York. It's upcoming weekend.
Sounds like one of those places Corey travels to.
I was going to say, where the hell is Maine, New York? I haven't heard.
Yeah, I kept telling Jess we're going to Maine, and I guess I should have, put New York in there because, yeah, she's getting confused.
Oh, by Binghamton.
Oh.
Yeah. So there's Harris Hillside. Adam Harris, he's like a well-known course designer. He has course design on his own property, so it's part of the Disc Golf Masters Tour circuit. Pretty good field of MP40 there. So yeah, gonna go out with the family, bring in Sasha and kids, and yeah, gonna check out the course, play that event, and then the following weekend I have States. In a few weeks, I'm gonna be going down to North Carolina for Tim Selinsky, and that'll be my first major since playing in Pro Worlds 2018.
Nice.
Ooh. All right, Corey, 3, 5, and 6 are out. What do you got?
To be honest, Pat, I'm going to need 2 seconds to think about this so I can go get a Miller. Be right back.
Time to call Grandma.
Miller. What are you, Randy?
Got him.
I got 2 right here.
See, that's a man who prepares.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Corey, what hole you want?
What's taken so far? 3, 6, and
3, 5, and 6.
Let's do Ocho.
8. Okay. I wanted to mention the Cedar Beach Classic.
My hometown.
I just thought I'd go over the result of the 2024 Cedar Beach Classic. It's the last one with Nick Gergis, tournament director.
Town of what, Pat?
Babylon.
Babylon.
Yeah, Babylon. That's what we do here is we babble on. So MA 50, Paul 2 shot a +3 for third place. Ron Gallardi was even for second, and Josh Pelor shot a -1 to win it. MA 40, Kevin Casdilla shot a +8 in third place. Luch came in second, +5, and Pete Intervallo bagging it in MA 40 at +1. MP 50 shot -2, Pat Collins, who always tells you when you play Cedar Beach, just go for par.
Did pretty good at that.
And he did.
And he did.
I see 2 birdies.
2 birdies and no bogeys.
Yeah, so he knew exactly what he was talking about. Mixed amateur 3, I'm not even going to try third place. Second place, Christopher Lawler shot a +8. Matthew Power is your winner at +5.
Shuffle mouse.
Yeah.
Shuffle.
Dylan Malfus. Yeah, that can only go bad. Mixed amateur 2, Mike Cohen came in third at +10. There was a tie at first. Mike Lambert and Sean Ziegel. Looks like probably Sean Ziegel won it in some form of playoff. Mixed amateur 1, William Tyler, third place -2. Derek Yarrow, not to be confused with Ryan Yadow, came in second at -4. And Jonathan Yacht is your winner at -5. And in the MPO division, Ryan Fitzgerald came in third at -3. Jeff, I'm going to guess Sullivan, came in second at -14. And your winner at -22, Duncan Farquharson.
Lord Farquad.
Mm-hmm.
-20.
22. That course is every hole is gettable, but the OB that Nick Gergis puts on there is incredible. And there's spots like if you played that course, it's like there's spots where like 3 baskets are within 50 feet of each other. So the OB gets really and the wind off the I don't know. It's incredible.
I moved up here and didn't start playing until a couple of years ago when I was up here. But Cedar Beach was in my hometown.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard that legend has it they have Tyvek suits laying on dune fences. So you can try to maybe go in and get your disc back. Patches of poison ivy.
During lunch, they'll have a suit or 2 available if you want to go into the poison ivy. And they'll also have those showers. Like Technu is a big sponsor at Cedar Beach, at least historically. I don't know if they were this year, but it's always a success. Nick Gergis does a great job with the player pack. It's always like, a huge percentage over what you paid. Either during lunch or after, they do the big raffle where people do a bunch of crazy prizes and such. So it's always a blast. And then if you want, you finish the tournament there. You're right. A short walk to the beach. So,
Yep. I spent 4 different summers working on those beaches.
Did you put stuff in the sand so when the Germans invaded,
Yeah.
you would be prepared? Is that what you were
You're
doing?
putting the tank traps down.
My surname?
Oh, yeah, that's true too. Yeah. So you were so you were invading the beach. Oh, I see. Oh goodness. But Cedar Beach Classic, to me, it always represents the end of summer. So I always want to.
Sadly,
yeah,
it's probably one of those weeks on the beach where you need to have the hoodie and a heavyweight one at that.
Well, I know Jack. I've seen him in a beekeeper outfit for the tournament, just because between the poison ivy and just needing some shade. Because that's the thing. There's a lot of poison ivy, but it's in low, maybe 4 or 5 foot hedges. There's no shade.
No shade. No shade.
The only shade you can get is if you huddle up next to the poison ivy. So it's not exactly a wise decision.
Yeah, no. Back in my day, I was a road runner. So they used to have a 5-mile road race, 5 miles on tide. And you hoped it was like high tide so that the sand was hard.
Well, this is also, I believe, Nick Gergis's last year tournament directing. Hopefully that's not the case. But if it is, thank you, Nick. Jason, 1, 2, 4, 7, 9.
Let's go back to 1.
All right, SkipAce. We had one event.
Ugh.
I haven't looked yet, but I hear something.
Oh, it's ugly, Pat.
Oh, god damn it. I thought I did good.
It's ugly.
I'm scared. I think all mine made the cut, but I never actually checked the scores.
I did not check. Oh, all right. We take that.
So this is the 2024 Professional Disc Golf World Championships. Ugh. All right. Ooh, minus 112. Nice.
I thought I was bad.
Well, I beat Jacob Dunbar. But minus 29, Flying Squirrel in 31st place.
Like I said, I thought I was bad.
Let's see. Rob Wieston of Mississippi in 78th. So Corey's got a shot at moving up, at least compared to him. Jason Lasasso, 21st place, right behind Jamin Hume in 20th. Corey Meeup Cook in 18th, 51 points behind Corey in 17th place. That means you picked like 300-something points over Wieston of Mississippi.
This week, yep.
But we haven't said a certain Klein's name yet. Maybe he didn't do picks. But we'll see. So Corey was in 17th place. Amp Alex Potts in 16th. Okay.
Yeah, it's progress over the last few I've had.
Heck yeah. Brian Heller in 15th behind Randy Bobandy in 14th place. Behind Jason's Mechanic. So that means there's some potential moving up to be had. Top 10, one half of Camel Case Corey Tim Goyette. 9th place, Lefty Flick 21. 8th place, Ivan Marmota. 7th place, Corey Brandon Klein picked up a couple hundred points on you.
He better watch himself.
The other half of Camel Case Corey Brian Monahan in 6th. Sparky Spalding in 5th place.
The devil.
Yeah. 4th place, Ryan Travis 148343. Callie Josh in 3rd. Kyle Hirsch in 2nd. And Stubbs, your winner. I don't think we figured out who Stubbs is. I think the only thing we figured out is that this is somebody who changed their name at some point during the season.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right. Stubbs.
Do we know of any stubby people?
Alex thinks everyone else is stubby.
That's true, yeah.
Maybe with the exception of Tim Goyette.
Yeah.
True.
That was the classic back in college, was anytime people on my volleyball team would be like, "You're so tall," or something like that. I'd just be like, "I'm normal height. You all are just short." I don't know why you keep telling me I'm tall.
Yeah, I don't know what normal height that is from. Maybe if you're not a Martian. Martians are usually short, right?
That's what we're led to believe.
Marvin was.
In media, not the ones I've met. I think you're thinking of When Mars Attacks, Corey. Looking at the overall, I'm in 31st. I think I was in 30th before. Corey Meeup Cook is in 30th, though. I don't like that. Kristen McDonald in 29th, and the Flying Squirrel in 28th. Got me by almost 1,000 points. I don't like that.
It's been a slump lately. I don't know. I'm going to figure something out. Better picks.
Well, that Stubbs, they won last week, but they're only in 24th. So Alex Potts in 22nd, behind Jason Lasasso, who's behind Randy. So we got a nice little patch there. And Randy is 2 spots behind Kathleen Bemis in 18th place.
Coming for her.
Yeah, Sparky's got you on block.
he's in between in 19th. Jamin Hume in 15th place. Corey holding steady just outside the top 10 in 11th. Ryan Nelson in 10th. Brandon Klein in 9th. Looks like just shy of 300 points ahead of Corey. Rob Wiest of the Mississippi looks like around 400 points, maybe a little less, in 8th place. Zach McDonald in 7th, Brian Heller in 6th, Ivan Ivan Marmota in 5th, Mike Schwartz, last year's winner in 4th, Ryan Travis 148 343 in 3rd, Kyle Hirsch in 2nd, under 300 point behind the leader Jason's Mechanic. So what events do we have left? I got the Great Lakes Open, the New York State Championship, Green Mountain Championship, and MVP Open. We got Jason. Are we good with those? That sounds like a solid finisher, no?
It does sound pretty solid, yeah.
Yeah.
The only other thing I can think of off the top of my head would be Wilcox Wow, but does that have enough in the major divisions? It's got 144 players.
There's only
27
one FPO player.
MPO, 1 FPO.
That kind of throws it, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jason, do you know what happens if you set up an event that only has one FPO player? Are you even able to modify the...
I can modify it.
Like, what are your options? Can you only pick MPO and FPO divisions?
Yeah, that's pretty much the only limit.
Are you able to make FPO 0 picks?
I think so. I actually don't know. Let me see.
Would Kate consider dropping and playing MPO?
Doubt it.
Well, that doesn't fix the too few
No,
FPO.
we need 2 of her.
The SkipAce, but I mean, like, she's the only FPO.
She's going to crush it. Yeah, so maybe not Wilcox.
All right, so then it sounds like we got a solid 4 to finish, and that means we finish the end of September. So 1 more month to go. So that's SkipAce. Now everybody's picked a hole. We started with Kevin. 2, 4, 7, 9.
7.
Okay, Stonykill Scramble. I thought we'd make picks if we can. I haven't looked. Maybe we could do something creative.
Not a ton of options.
But there's 2 days.
True.
That's all I was thinking. Like maybe there's like a way we can pick
One singles, one doubles partner, or something like that.
something like that. Maybe you pick a doubles partner, and then how they do in singles affects it somehow. I don't know. I'm just making this shit up as we go.
There's not too many people who are playing both days, unfortunately.
That's a good point.
What if we do something a little different? And instead of picking these MPO pricks all the time, what if we just do singles and we pick people from MA1 and MA3, since they're the ones that have the most people in them, and their position is how they play compared to their rating?
Sure.
What if pick 1 MPO, 1 MA1, and 1 MA3?
I'm good with that.
Is everybody playing the same layout?
Yes. There's only
Okay.
the one layout at
So what about 1 MPO? Or about 1 MP? So MPO or MP40, and then 1 MA1, 1 MA age protected. How many are there of us?
That's 8, so that's enough.
And then 1 MA2, 1 MA3, or drop the age protected, or drop MA, one of the others, right?
Well, MA3, there's quite a few that aren't even propagators.
I've been meaning to ask this question. What is a propagator?
A propagator is someone who has played enough rounds, according to the PDGA, that their performance influences the ratings.
So what's the number of rounds that a propagator needs to play?
I forget.
Propagators are players with a rating above 699 and based on at least 8 rated rounds, and whose rating effective date is within a year of the start date of the tournament. Their scores each round are used to determine the course rating SSA and subsequent unofficial ratings for each player that round. It takes at least 2 propagators playing a specific course layout for the online software to calculate unofficial ratings for a round. A layout with 1 or 0 propagators will not receive unofficial ratings, but will receive hand-scored official ratings.
But also, I misspoke. I didn't really mean to say propagators, but there's a few people that don't have ratings. So there's 13 people playing MA3, but 1, 2, 3, 4 of them don't even have ratings. So we really only pick of 9 people out of that one. But I would say to just keep it simple if we just pick an MPO, an MA1, an MA2, and an MA3, just because those are the ones that have, at least 5 people in the division.
MPO, MA1, MA2, MA3, so 4 picks each?
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking, what about 1 pro, 1 advance, and 1 anybody else that's not in those divisions, and then the total score of those 3 people is your score?
Yeah, we could also do that. Yeah.
And by advance, I mean MA1 only.
Yeah. I do like the idea of going by rating, but that's also complicates things significantly, so I'm not pushing too hard for it.
I trust your guys' judgment. I just like the creative ideas, so whatever.
Something different.
Like Zima.
Another boomer reference.
No, that's Gen X, man. I'm not no boomer.
What was your idea, Jason?
So one pro, which would include divisions MPO, FPO, MP40, then one MA1, and then your third can be any division not pro or MA1. So MA40, MA50, MA2, MA3, any of the FAs.
You're also saying go by score, not by where they finish.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if there's only 2 people in the division, it's their score.
Right.
Yeah, I like this idea.
But then everybody would pick MPO for that, right?
Well, you only get one MPO pick.
You only pick one.
Oh, you can't pick an MPO.
Yeah.
For your any.
For the third, yeah.
For the third one.
You're picking between the age protected and the intermediate and rec, or excuse me, MA2, MA3.
Okay. Yeah, I can deal with that.
And then your fourth pick is best doubles team overall score. And you add that in too.
Go with that.
Sure.
But it has to be your 4th pick, Jason, or can it be picked at any point?
Ooh, yeah, that's good. Any point.
So what is it based on?
Total score.
For the dubs, I mean, is that includes it?
Add that into the other 3, yeah.
Just so I understand, if they shoot a 56 and a 56, their score is 112.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. As long as you guys understand that.
I'm not sure I do.
Yeah, run through
Someone
our picks
say
again.
it, yeah.
One MPO, one MA1, another pick that is not MPO or MA1, and then a doubles team. You have a 4 roster position. Your first position has to be an MPO player. Your second position has to be an MA1 player. Your third position cannot be an MPO or an MA1 player. So FPO, MA40, MA3. Your fourth position is a doubles team.
But the order doesn't matter.
No.
But you double the doubles team score?
Yes. It's all score. It's all whatever they throw by the end of the day.
Okay, so it's whatever your score is for the 3 singles players plus double score for the doubles.
Yep.
Okay, now I understand the math.
Total strokes of all 4.
Divided by their ratings.
Divided by the ratings.
Divided by the coefficient of the
centroid of the division.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody's like total score is going to be somewhere probably around 400.
That tracks.
All right. So, Corey, you're on the honor system.
Sure.
I need you to random.org
Yeah.
yourself, Jason, and Alex, and tell me who's first, second, or third in that order.
Okay, so I'm 1, Jason's 2, Alex is 3, and the first player is Alex.
All right.
And now between me and Jason, me.
All right. So Kevin goes first. Randy is our trivia champ. He goes second.
Fair.
And Alex, Corey, and Jason gets the snake.
All right.
So you got to pick from those 4 divisions.
For those 4 divisions.
When you give your player, let me know the divisions so I can make note of it. But it doesn't have to be in any particular order. So, Kevin, you're on the clock. Take your time, but realize Jason's got to work in the morning.
All right, I'm going with a dark horse out of the gate. Not a dark horse, really, but Park City Apostles.
That's a good first pick.
Oh, that's
a
Dubs?
good first pick. Yeah.
The Dubs. Cully and Giardini.
Yeah, you might want to write down their name packs. You know how the team name seems to get lost.
Yeah, I think if I do TJ and MC, we'll get that. And I put Dubs, so. All right, Randy, your pick.
I'm going to put all my eggs in one basket and go Andrew Durrell for MPO.
Yeah, that was my pick.
2 picks in, and fucking Alex has already turned into that guy.
I can't have expected him to go. I would have expected him to go first overall, to be honest. So
listen, I know Cully. Cully was my first Dubs partner, my first partner ever.
They won last year, so that is a very reasonable pick.
Alex, what do you got?
Yeah, following up on that, we're gonna go Tim Giardini for MPO.
Corey.
I'm going to go with a recent addition that I just learned that was playing the double side over the weekend, and that is also a great name. And not because of Michael Jackson, but because of Alien Ant Farm.
No, don't.
Annie, are you okay? Harry Lehman and Tucker Kozlowski for doubles.
That's a good team, too.
Now I know why Tucker didn't answer me when I asked if he had a time.
They registered this weekend, so
yeah, it was like the same time as when I was asking for people.
All right, Jason, you got 2 picks.
All right, since Corey took my mechanic and my favorite Dubs partner, I'm I'm going to go with the J-Man and Justin
That's fair.
for my first pick.
All right.
Second pick, nobody's picked Kyle Hirsch.
Yeah.
Not yet.
He's
All right,
terrible.
I'm going to... So I'll have to go with Kyle Hirsch for MPO.
There's no Jamin for him to finish one behind, at least on the single side.
Corey.
Oh, shit. I was looking for my name on MPO and I forgot I'm not playing.
You can shout out for the wait list.
That's true. I'm going to go with Ethan Hatters, MPO.
Oh,
Good pick. Good pick.
Alex.
There are so many options. I'm going to take Andrew Durrell and Randy Bemis for doubles.
Hey, yo.
All right. Randy.
I'm going to go with Troy Basari.
MA1.
MA1. Yep.
That's a good pick.
And Kevin, you got 2 picks. You're the only one who hasn't picked an MPO yet, so you could wait till your last pick.
true.
Not to give you advice.
Well, I did ask you for the cheat sheet, Pat.
Yeah, he asked for a disc or no disc cheat sheet, thinking that at 6 o'clock I had finished disc or no disc or something.
And he left. All right. So that means I can wait on that. So MA1 or then any of the other. I'm gonna go with Alex.
Ooh.
It's his course. Kinda.
All right, and you got another pick.
Now I have
MPO and a non-MPO for MA1.
or anybody.
You literally just cannot pick an MA1 player right now. That's it.
Can you pick another MA1?
No, because that third spot
No.
was non-MPO or MA1.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's double checking.
Yes, I do recall the language. All right. How about the Clay Missioner?
That's a good
Oh.
pick. That's a good pick.
Where the hell is she?
FBO,
Yo.
Oh, well, why did I have that collapsed?
because you're a crazy person. I don't know.
Why do you?
I don't know.
All right. Randy.
So is MP40 open for the anyone?
Yep.
Yeah,
Joe Diskolka?
that's a good pick too.
Mm-hmm.
Alex.
I'm going to be honest. I was thinking that nobody was going to pick me, and I was going to be able to pick me in this situation. But instead, we're going to have to go with Bobby Hallam, who is Robert Hallam on the PDGA. That's a MA1.
Thank you.
I thought about him, but I figured I don't know how often he plays there.
Yeah, he's a little more north, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, he's up by CTK.
Yeah, he's been putting up some really good results every. I feel like I'm seeing his name a lot. So
Yes.
I've said it a lot for CTK, so.
He has been playing well at CTK.
Corey.
Definitely making an MA1 pick, but I'm torn between 3 people. Anthony Bohanski,
That was a
which
good
I'm
one, yeah.
sure he's just ecstatic to even hear me considering him. Charles Gordon, he's kind of had a good year.
Junior the third.
Yep.
Yes.
But I feel like this is going to be some short type tournament, and there's only one guy that I know that wears the shortest shorts, and that's Austin Swartout.
Swart out.
Thank you.
Yeah, MA1.
He's got long thighs.
He's got long everything.
Not wrong.
Everything.
Not wrong.
Jason, your last 2 picks.
Let's go.
Alex Potts has already been picked, so.
Yeah, he was going to be my
Mhm.
my MA1 pick. I thought I'd sleep on that, but probably should have got that instead of Kyle. Let's see. Do I go AB or Charles Gordon?
I baited him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I did. Let's go Anthony Bohanski.
I'm expecting a text message at 8:30 in the morning. Can you believe Jason picked me? On Friday.
It'll be when Pat posts the poll.
Yeah, that might be a little bit
Oh,
early.
yeah, true.
Yeah, he'll post it
Right.
in a week.
8:30 might be a little early.
And
those polls.
your final pick, Jason.
Brian Bakersmith.
Yeah.
Smart.
What's he, MP40?
P40.
MP40.
All right, Corey, your final pick.
Oh, shit. Actually, that's a great question.
You've got a dub, MPO, and an MA1, so you're looking for your everything else. That's just for people listening at home.
I'm going to guess that since it says he lives in Massachusetts, he's not that far away. I wasn't really looking at him before, but I'm going to go Adam Green, MP40.
Going rating.
Yeah, I was definitely going to go Gorsuch, but I'm like, this guy is in the 940s and lives in a place called West something, Massachusetts. So I'm guessing
Waltham?
he's close to Stonykill.
All right, Alex, your final pick.
I am going way down the board because I think these guys are bagging.
That's what I was looking for, the baggers
Yeah.
initially.
I've got 2 that I think are really good picks.
Viking Joe.
I'm going to go with Devin Lamke on the back of his recent performance at the Flex.
What division?
That is MA2.
Oh, since you're picking him, maybe you can pick up his disc that I have in the Lost and Found.
Randy, your final pick.
All right. Have the J-Men been picked yet?
Yes.
Yeah.
I did not keep track of the teams.
Jason's, that was his first Dubs pick.
Darn.
Oh, you're on Dubs.
I'm on Dubs. Yeah.
There's some good teams still out there.
You know, the off dudes is my favorite.
All right. This is only because I think Sam Richter is the most sleeper pick at Stonykill. So I'm
Yeah.
going to go Stonykill Park Rangers, Alex and Sam.
This is weird. Everybody picked everybody else.
Is that in the... Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking at MA1.
Yeah,
So
we're
that's
playing
in the
MPO.
And Kevin, your final pick.
MPO pick, right?
Yep.
Randy, how often has your neighbor played at Stonykill?
A couple times.
He's been taking all over on money at Wallace.
I think you can look at his results from the flex start at Stonykill to paint a picture.
He shot one down, which was most of the way down the board in MPO.
Okay.
I mean, he's great. You should pick him.
He's been taking, like I said, he's been taking all over on money at Wallace. Hirsch is gone.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Giardini is gone.
Oh, yeah.
Ethan is gone.
And Kyle. Corey, how confident are you on Saturday morning?
I ain't playing.
Has Schumacher been picked yet?
No.
Schumacher has not been picked. That's a pretty good numbers pick.
I hear he's really good in F1.
He's not anymore.
I'm going with the age group boys. Danny White.
All right. So those are the picks. I got a feeling when I do my picks after the event is over, I got a shot. I think I got a good shot on this one.
I think so.
Damn, you better have a shot after.
I think I've done it twice and it's worked out once and it didn't work out another time. So it's a tough one. I will tell you this. I was planning to practice past weekend, but on Wednesday, I slept on my face somehow and I cracked my fake teeth.
Oh, no.
On Thursday night, I laid on my face again and I woke up and I had no front teeth. I was freaking out. I thought my dog ate them. So just today, I had to get replacement teeth and I threw some discs for the first time in like 3 weeks. So I'm glad nobody picked me.
I did see the name.
All right. We got 3 holes left, 2, 4, and 9. I'm just going to jump to 9 and we're going to talk about what events are coming soon. I saw that Jeff Wachowski posted about Blues at Burbine 4.
Yep.
By the time this comes out, registration will have opened. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Is anybody planning on playing?
A couple of Stony Killers are. I don't think I am personally.
Is that at a time when you guys might be playing Team Challenge or no?
Last week when I was talking about like, I was going to schedule it for the 19th and then blah, blah, blah. The 19th is the Blues at Burbine. So I thought it was going to be fine. But I think we've officially rescheduled to the 5th. So we're feeling good.
All right.
The 12th would be the first week of New York.
It's the 19th for the Blues.
So the week after. It's the day before my birthday. Probably not.
So 80 what?
82 is when I graduated from college.
Oh, wow. They had college back then?
Yeah, they did. George Washington actually lent us his name.
Nice.
It was before they invented accreditation, though.
That's fair. What other events we got coming up soon?
We talked about Stonykill Scramble. We talked about Stonewall Classic.
Battle of Saratoga.
Colonial Acres Ace Race on the 14th of September.
Yep.
Wilcox Wow is the 28th of September.
Volunteer Flex, November. That's out there a ways. And they need to have put in volunteer hours at a course in order to be eligible to be invited.
Yeah, and you've got time. If
Plenty
you
of
need
time.
volunteer hours, there's plenty of people you can talk to that'll get you what you need.
Yeah. And if anybody's ever done any volunteer work at Wallace, please hit me up if you need the QR code.
The New York State Putting Championship is happening. That's September 6th. I don't know anything about this.
I was going to ask, is that something that can fill or will they just keep taking people?
It's got 144 for the cap.
Mhm.
It's similar to the winter putting league, but he had to change it just due to the fact that in the winter, when we have 2 laps through, there's like a huge backup, which is fine when everyone's like drinking beers and all that stuff. But for this, to keep it a little more professional, it's just going to be a single lap through 14 unique holes. And I think it's still just a flex start.
And it's 49 at this point registered out of 144.
Lots of space.
But Gregory Barsby 15857 is one of those 49.
Artemis Unchained is September 7th for the ladies out there.
Good call.
States, obviously, 7th and 8th of September.
That's full as of now, I assume?
There's a couple spots
It
left.
depends on what pool you're playing in.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no. There's a couple of spots in both pools.
Okay. Is that 1 or 2 days?
It should be 2 days.
2 days.
2 rounds on Saturday and 1 on Sunday, all shotgun starts.
Okay. I might have to wait until next week and see how I fare at the old Stonykill. If I can get through Stonykill with no issues.
If Jamin ends up doing it, the Glitch World Championships is September 13th. I think Jamin's the only one of us who can play it because we won the Jenkinsville one.
It's not any of us, but there's a Long Island Open coming up.
I've played the Long Island Open before, so it's some of us,
Right. Okay. So September 21st, Long Island Open.
Good call. Thank you.
7 out of 88.
Yeah, because they got like 20-something holes.
Do I go sign up for Warwick again? Because the Warwick Amateur Disc Golf Championship has happened. No, I wouldn't be able to do it anyway because of Team Challenge. Never mind, we're good.
That was easy.
All right. Jason, you good for a quiz?
A quick one.
Yeah. Kevin, do you want to be on a twosome or a threesome? Twosome, you get to go first. Threesome, you got more help.
I feel bold tonight. I'll go with a twosome.
Who do you want as your partner?
I will take Corey.
He was feeling ballsy
That's
today.
a bold pick.
And if he lets me down, he'll never live it down.
Ooh,
I will live it down by the time I walk from this office to my bedroom. I will
Come on, Corey. If we're going to go down, let's go down in a splash.
Kevin and Corey, we got 3 rounds. Would you like category 1, category 2, or category 3?
You pick it, Kevin.
3.
Yeah.
3.
Bud Harrelson.
Rest in peace. Question 1, category 3. In Norse mythology, what trickster god can change his shape and gender at will? In Norse mythology, what trickster god can change his shape and gender at will?
Kevin.
Loki? Final answer.
You go with that, Corey?
Yeah.
Is the Loki a disc?
Loki was also the name of that guy in that freaking Fantastic Four movie, right? The one with the heroes and the villains.
Yes, the Fantastic Four movie.
Yeah, it was definitely a Fantastic Four movie.
I just know the Norse mythology, at least.
I just feel like Loki is a name that like came out of nowhere, mainly because of the movies, and then now is like a big name. People know what a Loki is, other than me. So I would say yes at the disc, and it was probably created in the past 3 years.
And I kind of think it is too. So let's go with yes, Pat.
Viking Discs,
Yeah, I was
October
gonna say.
8th, 2017.
I was pretty sure it was older.
Yeah.
Okay, but let's be honest. 2017 kind of feels like it was 3 years ago until you do
That's
the math.
fair. That's
Not
fair.
until you do the math. All right.
It's only 7.
Alex, Jason, and Randy, 1, 2, or 3.
I'm pretty up on my North mythology, but I feel like we should get some new categories in there.
I was thinking about you, Alex, being up on your Norse mythology. So maybe we should just stay with it.
I'm not opposed to that either.
You want to stick with 3?
I'm not going to be any help, but if you feel comfortable, I say we can go for it.
Let's do it.
All right.
Sure.
Wow, you guys are fucking convention. Question 2, category 3. Marvel fans know Thor's hammer Mjolnir. What type of weapon is Stormbreaker? Marvel fans know about Thor's hammer Mjolnir. What type of weapon is Stormbreaker?
Stormbreaker is an axe.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is the axe a disc?
Oof.
It's gotta be.
I don't think it's West Side.
No, they have the hatchet.
I don't think it's Latitude 64.
It's just gotta be, right?
I very much feel like it's gotta be, but
Corey
I don't...
says it's gotta be, but like this one's gotta be.
Yeah, I'm happy with going yes. It's just not the things that I'm. It must be a more obscure one.
You guys agree?
Yeah, let's go
I think
for
so.
it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Viking Discs, December 29th, 2016.
There you go.
All right. Kevin and Corey. It's all tied up at 2.
I would vote getting away from this category.
I'm definitely running far away
Category
from
1,
Norse
2, or 3?
mythology.
Do you want to do one?
Fine.
All right. Category 1 is an audio round.
Ooh.
I'm going to play you a sound, and you will tell me what animal it is.
So
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah.
No. Okay.
Sounds like a pig, right?
It's a pig.
At first, I was going to say bullfrog until it last.
It's a pig.
Yeah, pig Pat.
Is the pig a disc?
It is.
Duh.
Innova Champion Discs, May 20th, 2018. Alex, Jason, and Randy, what do you got?
No idea. We run down that category as quickly as possible.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it. Category 1.
All right. Question 2, category 1. I will replay each audio clip if you need to 1 time, and also 1 time if it's a steal. All right. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking like an elephant.
There's got to be an
Corey's
elephant.
motorcycle. Yeah, elephant.
You guys good?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is the elephant a disc?
I don't know of an elephant, but it feels like one of those that it very much should be.
Yeah, this is another like it's gotta be, but I can't think of one.
Yeah, I can't think of it, but maybe like a wild disc or something.
Yeah. I'm happy saying yes.
Me too.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, no.
Dang.
Kevin and Corey, what category? 1, 2, or 3?
2?
Yeah. Let's go 2.
All right. Question 1, category 2. What is the title of the middle film of Robert Rodriguez's El Mariachi trilogy? It's also the title of an Eagles song. What is the title of the middle film of Robert Rodriguez's El Mariachi trilogy? It is also the title of an Eagles song.
Is it Hotel California, Kevin?
Just Another Tequila Sunrise.
What are you guys thinking?
So Tequila Sunrise? Is that what it is?
Mariachi song. I'm going with Tequila Sunrise.
Okay, because I have no idea. Whatever you say.
You have no idea, Corey?
Not a clue.
So you guys good with Tequila Sunrise?
That's what Kevin says.
Good as anything else, Pat.
All right. Alex, Jason, and Randy, what do you got?
Oh, what the? Kevin, I believed in you.
Wasn't this just a
This was
question?
literally
I'm
last
so
week.
confused.
Yeah.
I don't remember what the answer was, though.
What is the title of the middle film of Robert Rodriguez's El Mariachi trilogy? It's also the title of an Eagles song.
Is that Desperado, Pat?
Was I here last week?
Desperado sounds like an Eagles song. Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
Is the Desperado a disc?
Shit, I don't know from last week.
Well, it also could have changed. That could have been why he's asking it
Yeah.
again.
So we go yes.
I think
Why-
we
why-
go yes.
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 Yeah.
Lone Star Discs, August 26th, 2024.
Wow.
That'll
Nice.
teach me to not listen to disc or no disc.
I woke up this morning and it was on there.
Wow.
Nice.
I had to ask.
I had to run it back.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Jason, that's why there are 3 categories, that and the audio category. That was a steal, and that gives you guys 5-4, but it is your question, right? 5-4?
That's what I got.
Okay. What category? 1, 2, or 3?
You stick with our ones?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
All right. So this is question 3, category 1.
Is that a wolf?
I think that was it. Yeah.
Hey, I mean,
Wolf.
I'm thinking of many things that it could be, but I think we just go with the simple thing and go wolf.
I think we go DX Wolf.
Is the wolf a disc?
Yes.
Yes.
I am happy with wolf being a disc.
Kevin and Corey, what category would you like? It's 7-4.
I don't like 3.
Let's go back to 1.
Yeah. I mean, pig
Go back to
and
1.
wolf are kind of softballs. I'm curious what question 4 might be, but yeah, sure. Hold on.
All right. Question 4, category 1.
You're fucking ass, Pat.
You want the politically correct term, Pat, or
Would that be donkey, Kevin?
donkey, mule, ass?
Okay. Well, first of all, serious question: donkeys and mules, do they
Are
make
different.
the same noise? Because I feel like they're kind of 2 different animals.
Don't tell him, Jason.
This is a question for Kevin. I wasn't talking to you guys actually.
That doesn't mean we're not going to answer.
There seem to be no rules tonight.
I feel like Pat would not. I don't know. I want to say donkey. I feel like it couldn't be mule. I mean, it could be mule, but
I mean,
I'm pretty sure I've definitely seen donkeys witness some tomfoolery and then go straight to laughing like that. So I feel like I want to guess donkey.
all right, Corey.
You good with that, Kevin?
I'm good with that. I'm going to have faith in Corey.
Is the donkey a disc?
That is a dumb name for a disc, though.
Yeah, I mean, even for an end of a starter disc, that's a dumb
Yeah,
name.
a donkey. Like now, I've been looking at the word too much and saying it and hearing it too much. It just sounds like a stupid word. I kind of want to go no. I like the elephant better than the donkey.
No.
You are correct.
Mm.
Alex, Jason, and Randy, what category? 1, 2, or 3?
Keep going 1.
Works for me.
Yep.
All right. In theory, they get tougher. Question 5, category 1.
It's a big cat.
Yeah, my
Yep.
instinct was lion,
Yep.
but I could see it being basically any other big cat.
I didn't hear like a big roar like a lion, but
True.
The first part sounded more like a lion. The second part sounded like a tiger. I could go either or.
My gut was lion, but you're right. There was no roar.
And I mean, lion is a disc too.
It is. Yeah.
Are we sure that the roar from a lion wasn't just something the media made up?
Oh, like the cry of an eagle?
Well, just like how we think we know what dinosaurs sounded like, as if anyone was around to actually fucking hear them.
They did a 3D scan of the larynx and they made a thing. They printed it out. All right.
I don't know. It kind of sounded like Jabba the Hutt to me.
So we get a re-listen. Do we want to hear it again?
Bearcat.
Kinda.
Do you want to hear it one more time?
I kind of do.
Sure, why not? I have no new.
Do you want me to justify my lion answer?
I'm good with lion.
Oh, okay. I won't.
I think I'm good with lion as well.
You guys go with lion?
Yeah.
Yep.
What do you got, Kevin and Corey?
Dang it.
So I was kind of thinking cheetah, maybe.
All right.
I'm trying to think of like cat disc names.
There is a cheetah. There's a panther.
Ooh.
And it's an Innova disc. The other thing I was thinking is hyena.
I don't like hyena, and I don't think I like cheetah anymore after you said panther, because I feel like cheetahs are a little, if I'm thinking of like what their 3D printed larynx would look like, does not sound like it would make that like kind of low pitch of a noise, and maybe more hissing too. Panther? But what? But what? Who said but? Kevin, you say but?
Nah, it was like appealing to Randy because he's the Disney guy.
10 seconds.
I think since Pat is rushing us, he knows that we've said panther and he wants us to say panther. So I'm going to say, because the other two answers didn't sound as good, I vote panther, Kevin.
Let's go with panther.
All right. Could just be because I know Jason wants to get to sleep. We were looking for leopard.
Oh.
The champion discs, May 12th,
Another
1999.
I was close to the cheetah thought then. I just kind of forgot leopard and actual animal.
I got 7-6, but Kevin and Corey, you're down by 1, but it's your pick. 1, 2, or 3.
I don't know, 2.
2? Yeah, I think we're time to back away from the sounds.
Yeah, I say 2.
2.
Question 2, category 2. As part of the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo of 1848, what river was set as the primary boundary between the U.S. and Mexico? As part of the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo of 1848, what river was set as the primary border between the U.S. and Mexico?
That's the Rio Grande, right?
That's the first river that you think of in that vicinity. Rio Grande.
Okay, I guess if you're coming from down south, you might say Rio Grande, but up here we say Rio Grande.
Yeah, that's only in Utica, Corey.
I'm not going to think of anything else other than Rio Grande.
Yeah, Rio Grande, Pat.
Is the Rio Grande a disc?
I'm going to say that one of those Texas-based companies.
Lone Star.
Rio Grande. Yeah. If the U.S. Capitol building or whatever the hell it was, then yeah, the Rio Grande, definitely.
U.S. Capitol.
You agree, Kevin?
The answer is yes, because of course it is.
Yes, I'll agree.
Lone Star Discs, August 26, 2024.
Let the river flow, baby.
All right. Alex, Jason, and Randy, you're down by 1. What category? 1, 2, or 3?
I am less confident in the animals now.
Yeah, let's let it come down. Let's leave that one. Let's go back to like 3.
2 or 3, I'd be happy with either.
What do we got? 2 or 3?
Well, they're probably not going to get 3, so should we try to take two from them?
Sure. Yeah, let's go 2.
Yeah, let's go 2.
All right. Question 3, category 2. What word for a wild, untamed horse that resists training comes from the Spanish for rough? What word for a wild, untamed horse that resists training comes from the Spanish for rough?
Ah, crap.
Is that like, I'm thinking like Mustang, maybe?
I was thinking either Mustang or Stallion. Colt? The Colt's like a young one.
Yeah, Stallion's like a male.
Yeah, Mustang was the first thing I thought of as well.
I think a Mustang's like a wild horse.
Do we know anything about the Spanish for rough?
Nope.
It's probably a ruffo or a ruffa.
I know too many horse terms, so...
Say them all. Confuse the enemy.
Bronco.
Oh, yeah. Like bucking bronco.
I don't know if that's Spanish for anything, but it sounds like a Spanish word.
It sounds more rough than Mustang.
Yeah, I like bronco.
Yeah, let's go Bronco.
You guys go with that?
Yeah.
Is the Bronco a disc for the lead?
Oof, I don't know. Mustang is a disc, I think.
It is, yeah. Oh, we shouldn't say that. That could be like the next question.
Oh, true. Fair.
Take it back.
I didn't hear anything.
I play with Derek Stasinski.
I don't know. Bronco, I think with Lone Star just pumping out discs, I think we are reasonable to...
I lost my white Bronco.
You know, I saw one the other day, a white Bronco.
Oh.
One of the brand new ones.
One of the new ones? Yeah.
Yeah, no bullet holes or nothing.
Should we go yes?
I'm 50-50.
I feel good about yes.
Yeah,
Let's go
let's
yeah.
go. Let's go yes.
You guys agree?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, no.
Dang it.
Kevin and Corey, 1, 2, or 3.
Tie score?
It is tied 8-8.
I'm like,
I would say 2.
yeah, I've got Norse mythology, if that's what it is, for 3. 2.
2?
2.
Yeah.
All right. Question 4, category 2. In the names of both Presidents Bush, W is short for what? In the names of both Presidents Bush, W is short for what?
Oh, Wilbur.
Is it Wilbur?
Wilbur.
You are the poli-sci guy, you said. So.
No, Walker. Sorry. Oh, my gosh.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, he's even talking about Wilbur.
George Herbert Walker Bush.
You agree with that, Corey?
Walker, right, Kevin? You said Walker?
Walker.
Yeah, Walker.
Is the Walker a disc?
Wow, that's a bad name unless it's like a zombie theme.
But what was the TV show Walker, Texas Ranger?
Yeah, but I feel like they'd come out with the Chuck Norris before they come out with the Walker. That'd be a badass disc, too.
I'd buy that.
Oh, my God,
I would
too.
buy a Chuck Norris.
Yeah, but they might have to give royalties to Chuck Norris, whereas they wouldn't.
Only
have to
for a
give
little
anything
while
to
longer, I
Walker.
would assume.
The guys who made the Star Trek didn't care, so...
Is the Walker a disc? God, I kind of want to say yes, but
I want to say yes. I
Yeah,
want to say yes.
let's go with yes, Pat.
Lone Star Discs, May 9th, 2022. All right. Alex, Jason, and Randy, you're down 2. What category? 1, 2, or 3?
Stick with 2?
Yeah.
Question 5, category 2. A spot on what river whose name is Spanish for arms is remembered as the birthplace of the Texas Republic? A spot on what river whose name is Spanish for arms is remembered as the birthplace of the Texas Republic?
I should know this.
There's been a lot of Spanish questions lately. I feel like some of us should have started learning.
Yeah, I took French,
Little
so
Duolingo.
Spanish for arms. Armo?
Armas.
Anna Day?
Exactly.
Brazos? Brazos' arms.
Hey, that's a river.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought that's where you were coming from. No, that's definitely a river.
No, Brazos, I'm pretty sure, is arms. I did take a couple of years of Spanish. Like, I should know some of these things.
All right, so it's definitely a river. So
Yeah.
that's something.
I guess they call it the Brazos.
Brazos.
You guys good with that?
Barb's favorite river.
Yeah.
Jason, you good?
Yeah.
Is the Brazos a disc?
Do we zig?
I don't.
Because Bronco wasn't.
Bronco wasn't, Walker was. I could really see Lone Star making a Brazos.
Me too.
I could see them making a Bronco, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they just added the Rio Grande today.
Ooh. Yeah. They're on a river kick right now.
But do you think
Maybe
the Rio Grande is more, I mean, it's like more popular than, you think they would have the Brazos before the Rio Grande?
Yeah, but the
It's
Brazos
more
is like more
popular
popular in Texas. Yeah.
In disc golf land, too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's literally on the course for, is it Waco? Or am I
Is
crazy?
it Waco? I don't remember.
Like you can literally throw a
it's
disc
the really
into one.
early one.
Yeah. Let's go with it. Let's say yes.
All
I
right.
think I'm happy with
Convince me. It's a disc.
Lone Star Discs, January 9th, 2023.
Yeah.
Oh.
Good work.
Keeping pace.
All right. Corey and Kevin, what do you got? 1, 2, or 3?
We could take the last question in 2, Kevin, or the last question in 1, but
I'd go
It's all
last
tied up.
question, too.
All right, let's go 2.
All right. Question 6, category 2. For 7 years, Clint Eastwood played Rowdy Yates on what long-running TV Western that helped launch his career? For 7 years, Clint Eastwood, who Corey is synonymous with, played Rowdy Yates on what long-running TV Western that helped launch his career?
When I was doing that, I really had to try hard to not say Kevin Costner because for some reason I associate Kevin Costner and Clint Eastwood. Like I get them mixed up, even though one's like 80 years older than the other one. This sounds like a you question, Kevin, since you and Clint Eastwood are probably about the same.
Except I am not into country westerns. or westerns. But unless so there's Gunsmoke.
Was Clint Eastwood in that for 7 years?
I don't know. There's Bonanza, but he wasn't in that.
Okay, Bonanza sounds like the other answers were Desperado, Rio Grande, fucking Bronco, Walker, Brazos. I can't think of a TV show that sounds on par with those words or phrases. Can you say the question one more time, Pat, please?
For 7 years, Clint Eastwood played Rowdy Yates on what long-running TV western that helped launch his career?
What were the answers you already said?
Well,
Bonanza.
there's Gunsmoke. There's Bonanza. I'm trying to think of long-running western TV shows.
All right, well, it launched his career, so I'm guessing it was 60 years ago. Do either of those shows seem like they were 60 years old at the point?
Gunsmoke may have fit the beginning of his career.
Okay, Gunsmoke, Pat.
You guys good?
Yep.
What do you got, Alex?
Oh, damn, I thought that was going to be it.
I'm going to be honest, the only thing I could think of was Bonanza.
I think that's too old, but
Also, it really doesn't fit Clint Eastwood's vibe.
Yeah.
No, Bonanza definitely doesn't fit Clint Eastwood's vibe.
So the theme seems like Texas, like everything's Texas, Texas Walker, Texas Bronco.
All right, the only thing that just jumped out of my brain, nothing to back it up, was Rawhide.
Oh, that's a good name.
I don't know why.
I have also heard of that name.
And it was...
Wait, are you helping us?
Continue.
I'm so used to listening to you guys on Friday.
I like Kevin's optimism. So
Yeah. I don't know what's more confidence inspiring, hearing Kevin actually say that's a great answer or Alex going.
I like it.
It's the only viable thing that I've heard so far. So
It's
I'm
all I
happy with
got.
it.
Yep.
We're going Rawhide?
Yeah.
Yep.
Is the Rawhide a disc?
Let's
I
go.
forget that show.
There's only 3, and you named 2 of the 3, Kevin, so not too shabby.
Short of being like a dog disc, I don't know. Rawhide sounds like a weird.
I don't love it. It'd be
I
a
don't
cool
like
plastic
it.
type.
I do like it more as a plastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go no.
Say no.
Oh, Kevin's cackling.
Rawhide is a plastic.
I think I'm still happy with no.
Let's stick with no.
Yeah.
You are correct.
Nice.
Yeah.
That was a steal, so 1 or 3.
Start pushing down 3.
Yeah, why not?
All right, question 3, category 3. In Norse myth, the gods killed a giant named Argelmir and used his body to create what place? The realm of humans. In Norse myth, the gods killed a giant named Argelmir and used his body to create what place? The realm of humans.
I mean, I don't know that specific myth, but the realm of humans is Midgard.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Isn't that Final Fantasy?
It is in Final Fantasy.
No, that's Midgar.
Oh, yeah, it's just Midgar. Yeah. It definitely came from that, though.
You guys good?
I
Yeah, I
agree
think-
with Alex.
Midgard.
Sure.
Is the Midgard a disc?
We do have Viking discs.
Unless it's a recent one from Viking, I don't think so.
It's got the word mid in it.
I haven't looked up Viking discs in a long time,
Good
but
call,
I did.
Randy.
I did actually. At one point, I knew a lot of Viking discs and stuff.
Adam Nelson put together an entire Viking themed bag at one point,
Nice.
but that doesn't help me answer this question.
I think I'm happy saying no, but if anyone has strong feelings for yes, I'm not going to fight too hard.
I'm good with no.
Jason?
Yeah, let's go now.
Guru discs, February
Wow,
4th,
frickin'
2016.
Fair.
Kevin and Corey, down 3, 1 or 3.
1.
1, yeah.
Final question, category 1.
All right, so the other thing is all the answers that have been discs have been Inhibidus.
Mm-hmm.
The pig, the wolf, the leopard. Did you have any thoughts on what the animal was before I go further?
For a moment, I thought Pat hit the wrong sound clip.
Yeah,
It sounded like...
I was kind of thinking rhino. I don't think it's like a lion or anything like that.
No.
It definitely sounds some type of beast-like creature.
Can we hear it again, Pat?
Mm-hmm.
don't know how much I like the answer rhino anymore, but it definitely, I don't know.
How about hippopotamus?
I was thinking hippo too, but I'm saying rhino.
Rhinoceros.
Yeah, that's my rhino,
Rhinoceros.
Pat.
What do you got, Alex, Jason, and Randy?
I think it's Jeff Wachowski.
Yeah, right. So my thought process went from boar to hippo.
Mine went from grizzly to hippo.
Oh man, I was thinking some like bovine kind of, even like an elk, but I don't think that's going to be the answer. But I'm picturing this sound as like one of those bigger animals that's like pulling their head up and down to get that noise. Dang, like buffalo or something.
Well, we can listen to it one more time, right?
Yes, you absolutely can.
So before we listen to it, what are our best candidates?
A hippo or elk or like deer of some kind,
Okay.
I think.
You ready?
Yep.
Yeah.
What do we think?
I don't know.
I kind of like the elk, maybe like a moose or...
Oh yeah, could be moose.
I'm not opposed to moose.
Yeah, let's go with it.
Moose?
Moose.
We were looking for walrus.
Oh, man.
Daredevil Discs, April 21st, 2016. All right, question 4, category 3 for Alex, Jason, and Randy. You're up 13-10. In Norse myth, a boar named Savramnir was always the main course for warriors killed in battle and ended up in what hall that has 540 doors? In Norse myth, a boar named Sahrimnir was always the main course for warriors killed in battle and ended up in what hall that has 540 doors?
So Valhalla is the first thought. I'm trying to think if there's like a specific like name for the hall, but I think it's just Valhalla because I'm pretty sure Valhalla is a disc.
I don't want to overthink it. I don't think they're going to get it if it's not Valhalla.
Yeah.
That's, yeah.
Yeah, good?
Yep.
Yeah.
Is the Valhalla a disc?
Pretty sure it is.
Holla.
Jason,
Yeah,
you
let's go
agree?
with it.
Yeah.
Viking Discs, October 8th, 2017. Kevin and Corey.
Yep.
Question 5. What Norse god of light and the dawn is the guardian of the Bifrost, the Rainbow Bridge? What Norse god of light and the dawn is the guardian of the Bifrost, the Rainbow Bridge?
Any ideas, Kevin?
Not a clue.
This was in that Fantastic Four movie, Corey.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really? So
Pretty sure Mr. Fantastic arm wrestled him.
yeah, and then they got in their van and drove away.
Mm-hmm.
With their talking dog.
Yeah. I was talking about the 18.
Ruh-roh.
The Norse god of light and dawn.
Guardian of the Bifrost, the Rainbow Bridge.
I have no idea.
Yeah, Jesus Cristo.
You go with that, Kevin?
Whatever he said.
Alex, Jason, and Randy, what do you got?
Heimdall?
Yeah.
Nathan?
You agree with that, Jason?
Yeah.
Is the Heimdall a disc?
Don't think it's a Viking disc.
I have no clue.
I also have no clue.
Let's go.
Yeah,
No.
my thought is no.
You are correct. Victory lap question for Alex, Jason, and Randy. During Ragnarok, Norse mythology's great final battle, what is the name of the giant wolf that is destined to swallow Odin? During Ragnarok, Norse mythology's great final battle, what is the name of the giant wolf that is destined to swallow Odin?
Do you guys know it?
Fenrir?
I'm pretty sure that's right.
Yeah.
You go with that, Jason?
Yeah.
You are correct, but it could be either Fenrir or Fenris.
Oh, yeah, that's
So I'm going to ask you, is the Fenrir or the Fenris a disc?
That's two choices. That's like 100% chance. Yes, right?
I'm pretty sure it's a yes.
Let's go. Yeah.
Yep.
The Fenrir is Viking Discs, September 29th, 2020. The Fenris is Guru Discs, May 31st, 2018.
Nice.
Sweet.
Heck yeah.
We get 2 points for that then.
No, but, you know, you only said one of them. But so I got 19-10.
Better than
Yeah,
expected.
That was a good run to have.
10 was more than I expected.
After looking at the goddamn categories,
But here in the categories.
surprised we even got Loki.
Well, thank you, Corey, Jason, Randy, Alex, and Kevin. And sweet up, that's about it.
Thanks, Pat.
Thanks, Pat.
Thanks, Pat.
Thanks, Pat.
Thanks, everybody.
Yep. yesterday. I forgot how close Meadowbrook was to Boston. We played a tournament on Saturday or Sunday. I mean,
It's not that close.
it's close enough to get a bunch of traffic that was going towards Boston on the way back.
Corey, if you were driving back, wait,
My
how would you
headset.
get traffic going to Boston when you're driving back from someplace in Massachusetts to where we live?
Because let me pull up a map real quick. Where the hell were we?
Not that I know where Meadowbrook is, whatever.
Okay, maybe they weren't going to Boston, but they were going towards Boston. So like when we were like above 90. So to get back down to 90, and then of course we said, we'll go to this BT smokehouse that all the discaptain boomers like to go to whenever they go out there.
Oh, I've heard of that place.
Yeah, so that was kind of off of 90 South, which means we hit some traffic. I don't know if it's like 395 out there or some shit. But anyways, we got a little bit of traffic Sunday afternoon.
Treehouse is right down the street from there. That's like a better stop than BT's at this point.
Treehouse is lost on Corey. Randy?
Oh, you're right.
Yeah. I mean, if you give me a
aren't gold
beer,
enough.
I'll drink it. But I don't think I'm going to make a special trip.
So you'll drink my Fidens, Corey?
I'll drink it. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
All right.
What's the age range for a boomer, Corey?
Well, okay, so the term boomer has kind of transformed over the years. I don't know if usually boomers are the ones that don't understand that.
Boomers who have a house phone ringing.
Yeah, my son's calling. Hang on.
Kevin is definitely a boomer.
Yeah.
That still has a landline.
Well,
it's probably corded too. It's probably not even cordless.
It's
Rotary?
No. I don't even know why we still have one. It's
You like paying for it?
comes with cable.
I was going to say they probably give it away now.
Pretty much. It's like $19 or something like that.
Boomer used to be a generation. Then it kind of turns into an age range, which I guess is still a generation, but a little more broad. Now it's kind of more of like a mentality, a boomer mentality.
Well, do you know what the original boomer, what the whole premise was?
Yeah, baby boomers. Everyone was just getting pregnant after the war because they needed more farm hands or help in the shops or whatever. So they had to pump out
Farm
kids.
Do you know what war?
That would have been World War II, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I
we didn't
like the
have
fact that you
farm
were sure.
hands in World War II, Corey. And yes, I was a boomer. Mid-50s.
Boomer things are definitely like having a house phone is a boomer thing. Wearing your cell phone on a belt clip is pretty boomery.
No, that's...
Having a grandfather clock or a cuckoo clock, that's definitely boomery.
Or what do you consider yourself? What's your tag?
I'm a hodgepodge for sure because I definitely have some boomerisms. I guess technically I'm probably a millennial, but then I also, it's actually changed since I've actually moved out here, but I used to claim that I was a country boy locked in a city boy's lifestyle. So I'm just all over the map. I'm kind of on a spectrum of generational normalities and whatnot. I feel like I'm probably like if you mixed Post Malone with Clint Eastwood.
You're not that talented.
And maybe not at singing or acting, but somewhere in between, I think that I'm pretty good at some things.
So take away the best thing about Post Malone and Clint Eastwood.
Yeah.
And then you're okay.
Yep. Like I'm a little get off my lawn and also at the same time, like down to hang and party a little bit because I'm getting older.
And spend like a couple $1 million on a magic card.
That's if I had a couple $1 million to waste, it probably wouldn't be on a magic card unless it was worth a few $1 million. Then maybe.
The fact that he owns it probably increased the value.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Have you seen one of those Cybertrucks yet, Randy?
Not in person, no.
Anybody?
I was driving the other way down I-87 when I was going to Philly.
I think I've seen one out in the wild, but a lot of content online about them.
I've seen a couple like driving, but I go to a Cumberland Farms on 17K, and across the street there's a flower shop. And about one every 4 or 5 times, there's like a Cybertruck part. I'm wondering if it's the owner or not, which is weird. But man, it's just weird.
Dumb.
Yeah. Okay. I just didn't want to be the only one. I know I like to complain, but
one of the best, probably not one of the best, but a really good comment that I've seen about it is that it literally looks like every truck I've ever tried to draw as like a 5-year-old.
The only thing I can think of about those things, too, it's like something a 8-year-old is going to try to draw when the first time he's trying to draw a car.
I mean, that's probably the most apt description I've seen of that, because that's how I used to draw the cars.
Probably because of the Jetsons, Pat.
It's true. Well, they were more in like little UFOs.
Yeah.
with those little legs, which could never support the amount of weight. Yeah, I don't know. I just was wondering other people's opinions.
I have not seen any yet.
I'm just wondering why it's parked by a flower shop all the time.
There's a YouTube channel. It's called Whistling Diesel. I don't know if anyone has ever heard about it, but
I have watched that channel.
He's a younger dude that basically just does some wild shit, like breaking stuff and a bunch of other stuff. But anyways, he always does this thing that's kind of like a durability test where he'll take like a Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon or a Toyota Hilux, or in this case, a Cybertruck, and just literally beat the crap out of it and try to see what breaks. And it's caused this whole thing where the Cybertruck Tesla has advertised it as being this big badass truck that has all this payload capacity and towing capacity and stuff. And during his video, he actually like broke the frame that the hitch connects to. Like it's just like an aluminum, like cast aluminum frame. So it'd be kind of interesting to see what happens with Tesla and the Cybertruck if they change anything. But apparently people are having instances where they're towing something heavy and the trailer literally breaks the tow hitch on it, and it just sends the trailer off by itself, ghost riding.
And those are electric, right?
Yeah.
It seems very bulky. You know what I mean? Like
it would need to be more streamlined, and like, I don't know, I feel like when I look at it, it just seems brickish and very heavy, which is not usually something that's good for electric vehicles.
I guess that would help with the towing, maybe?
I don't know. The whole thing is just like a flex, like owning a Cybertruck, obviously. Like that's kind of how Teslas used to be, right? Like, oh, I drive a Tesla. Kind of like the same people that are like, oh, I throw a putter off this T-pad.
The Tesla itself, I see a ton of those on the road now. That's something I see almost every day if I'm out driving.
Yeah, they're a lot better now. But the Cybertruck thing is just like, I don't know. If you want to buy a truck, why would you buy a Cybertruck to do truck things? But I guess if you want to buy a mall crawler then and tell people you drive a Cybertruck, then yeah, sure, yeah, cool.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like, I don't know who the market is, because you're not going to find a guy out on the farm using one to tow shit. And it's way too bulky for the city, I would imagine.
It's for his ego is the market, I think.
Yeah.
I don't mean to be a downer, but it's just so weird.
No, it's fine. Nothing wrong with being a downer. I like to complain about shit.
All right, Pat, we can be the grumpy old men, Statler and Waldorf.
Exactly. Those were the non-disc golf. Everything else I have is disc golf related. So